guys, how are we? There we go, that's better. Morning Instagram, morning, welcome. This is your Saturday morning Pilates. A bit close, aren't I? Sorry about that. Whew. It's not great for a Saturday, is it? We're live on our Facebook and Instagram pages this morning. Welcome, it's good to have you with me. I'm Michelle. Nice to see you. Hope you're well this morning. Morning guys, morning. So this is your Saturday morning Pilates session. If you've got a yoga mat, grab it now. If you don't have a yoga mat, don't worry, you can just use a mat or a folded up towel, and make sure you've got enough water around you as well. And in addition to your mat or something that you're going to lie on, you might also want to get yourself a towel that you can fold, or a cushion that's not too chubby. So quite a small cushion, because we're going to be using that underneath us at some points this morning. So this is a 45-minute session, so I hope you're ready to go. Morning Sarah, how are you? How's Shepperton this morning? Hi. Nice to see you. Okay, we're gonna get started. I assume you can hear me okay, which is awesome. So I'm gonna get started. So we're gonna begin today with a little bit of mobility work. So we're gonna roll over and come onto all fours as we come through a very swift warm up for you before we get stuck in to work this morning. Okay, so make sure you've got enough room around you. You're gonna want to be able to extend your limbs forwards and backwards without kicking over a Christmas tree or kicking over something. So just make sure you've got enough room around you. And we're going to begin on all fours in a nice centered position with your knees underneath your hips, legs are at a right angle away from you, shoulders stacking over your wrists. And I'd like you just to take a nice big breath in through your nose, inhale for me and take a really big cat stretch. So roll all the way up through the spine, let the chin drop to the chest, exhale and just press through so your eye gaze lifts up and forwards, and you're going to push the hips down towards the floor. Inhale, roll again for me, and then exhale, push on through so you're really beginning to mobilize that back. Good, well done, let's do it again. Inhale, roll up for me, exhale, press away strongly, and really push your hands down into the floor, so you're pushing away strongly. Good work, well done. Let's rise again. This is your last one. And let's continue with this nice strong work and pop up into a plank. So your shoulders are going to be over your wrist. You're going to lengthen your legs behind you in a nice strong plank position. If that feels too much, just go ahead and pop your knees down for me on the floor. Making sure that you're in a nice long position. Inhale for me and lift up into a nice strong downward dog position. You're going to let your head release between your shoulders. Lift your right leg up for me. And then sweep that leg through, drawing it in towards the chest. Press yourself down, and let's do it again. Lifting all the way up. And this time you're going to lift your left leg. So you're squaring off the shoulders, opening the hips. Release the leg down. Draw it into a little knee pull. And then push back for me strongly. Let's try that again. So lift up for me nice and high into a down dog. Lift one leg off the floor. Draw that leg forwards. And then press back into a plank. Well done. Do me one more, would you? Lift up nice and high. Lengthen that leg for me. Draw the knee in. And then strongly push back to plank. Okay, just pop your knees down for me. Release your shoulders. That's woken you up, hasn't it? Okay, let's begin our exercises today. So for our first block of work today, we're going to be resting on our elbows. So if you want to put something underneath your elbows here, feel free to do so. Going to be in a seated position. Hi Jazz, resting down on the floor for me. So you've got your shoulders directly over your elbows. You're going to press your hands down into the floor. Relax your shoulders away for me. I want you to think about opening up through your chest here. So you're really breathing wide as you inhale through your nose. You're breathing really wide for me rather than breathing down into your belly, okay? So as we're here, we're going to relax the shoulders away, and you're going to float one leg off the floor for me, followed by the other leg. So as you're floating those legs up, making sure again that you've got your knees stacking over your hips for me and your legs are pushing away at a right angle. Let's just go ahead and tap one leg down and then lift that leg up. Good. Try it again. Just tapping down and lifting up. Good. Hinging from your hips here. Little bit of mobility work for you to begin with today, and some strength work for your core as well. So you're just literally tapping down 1 foot at a time, tapping towards the floor. Making sure as you're doing that you're not hunching your shoulders up. So I want you to really create length right down your neck here for me. Amazing, stay right there for me. Good. 1 little tap, release. Do me 2 more here. Perfect. And here's your last one. Okay, now leave the legs exactly as they are for me, would you? And I want you to really press away so you're nice and strong. You're going to tap both legs down for me. You're going to lift both legs up. That's it, do it again. So tap both legs down, tapping the toes, and then lift them up. Back to that right angle. Inhale, exhale to lift those legs back up. Good. So immediately, as we're working with both legs tapping down, I'm hoping that you're starting to feel that feels a lot more challenging than with the single leg drop down. So we're just adding a little bit more of our own body weight resistance there. Good, well done. Keep going for me. Now we're going to add on to this sequence. Do me 4 more here, would you? Just tap down, lift it up. Good. Last 3. Perfect. We've got a couple more. Are you making sure that your shoulders are down and that you're not hunching up? Here's your last one. Good work. Take a breather right there just for a moment and let me show you how we're going to build on this move. So we're going to go back to that double toe tap. You're going to lift your legs up and you're going to bring your big toes together. Let your knees open, close the legs and tap down again. Now I'm going to show you that on a little bit of an angle so that you can see what my legs are doing. So again, as I say, we're resting on our elbows. I'm tapping both toes down and then I'm lifting. I'm bringing my big toes together. I'm opening my knees, releasing and tapping down towards the floor. Did you get that? I'll do it again for you at this angle. So we open, close, tap down. Good. So your legs are kind of opening like a little clam, opening and releasing. Your big toes are together and you're squeezing open and closing. Good. Let's stick with this move, guys. Keep going for me. Amazing. I love this move. Tap it down, lift it up, little open, release, tap down. Good. Well done. So as well as working on our mobility here through our hip flexors, also this predominantly is a strength move and I'm hoping that you're feeling that in your core. Good, well done. Do me a couple more and we're going to move on from this exercise and just build on it a little bit more. Now remember, if that feels too much with opening and closing the legs, you can just do the double or the single taps down. So do feel free to, if it doesn't feel good for you as I'm adding things into the mix, you don't have to do it, okay? Good. Okay, now let's stay here. You're going to extend one leg out for me. You're going to lift the leg, lower it down, and reset. Should we try that together? Okay, so again, in that same position, you're going to extend the right leg. Lift the leg up, slide it down, reset. Good. Left leg. Lifts up, lowers down, resets. Perfect. Slide long. Lift high, release, reset. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale again. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, if this feels too much for you, you can leave one leg anchored rather than having it lifted and then change legs that way. So if it does feel a little bit too intense for you for first thing on a Saturday morning, do feel free to have that foot anchored down towards the floor. Amazing. Stick it with it for me. Keep going. Good work, guys. That's it. Well done. Lengthen that leg. Lift nice and high. Good. Now, as you're working, I want you to still make sure that you're keeping that chest nice and open. Your shoulders are down, relaxing away from your ears. Your neck feels nice and long and you're pushing strongly into the floor. Well done. Perfect. Let's keep going here. Excuse me. Good work. Perfect. How are we doing? Can you do me a couple more? Yeah, I thought you could. Lengthen, lift it up, slide it down and release. Good. Let's go again. Nice work, guys. Lift all the way, release, and pop it down. Now pop both legs down for me. Good. Now, here's my challenge. Can you extend both legs for me? I reckon you can. I reckon you can. So let's try that. You're going to extend both legs. Good. Lift them up. Lower down. Reset. Good. Lengthen. Lift. Slide it down. Reset. You should feel that low down in your abdominals. Yes or no? Do you like that one? Good. Let me know you're feeling that one. You're going to do me a total of 8 here. So you've already done at least 3. Maybe you've done 4 if you were moving a little quicker. Good. Well done. So you're nearly there. This is a challenging move. And if that feels too much for you, go back to the single legs and stick with that. Okay? So only you know how this is feeling within your body. So if it doesn't feel good for you, do one of the options that we did just a moment ago. Good. Couple more to go. How are we doing? Good. Excellent. I'll take it by your silence without telling me that everything is fine because you're working hard and you can't get to the screen. That's what I'm taking. That's what I'm taking from it. Let's do it again. This is my last one. Lengthen. Lift all the way up. Nice. Slide back down and release. Good work. Just take a little release there. How are you feeling? Did you feel that? Could you feel that really firing up your abdominals? Let me know that you could feel that. Let's just take a breather right here for a moment. With feet flat, knees bent, knees are apart. Softly just roll forwards. Release your shoulders. And then softly release it all the way back. Awesome. Okay, let's flip ourselves over and we're going to come onto all fours for some work for your glutes. Are you ready? So for this one, if you want to have your towel or your cushion underneath your elbows, feel free to do so. Or maybe if you don't find it massively comfortable resting on your knees, you might want to have your cushion or your towel underneath your knees. So you kind of work with what feels good for you again in your body. So getting set up in our nice horse stance position to begin with. So your knees are apart and your legs are shooting away from you. Okay, your shoulders are directly over your wrists and you're going to press off the floor for me. So your tummy is drawing in towards your spine. And as we're working here, you're going to have a really nice long spine. So I want you to make sure you're in that neutral spine position. So you're not rolling into a cat and you're not sticking your bottom away. You're in a nice natural position with your hips nice and level. Okay, let's lift our right leg. You're going to inhale for me and press that right leg up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, bring the leg back down. Do it again. Inhale, press that leg up as if you're getting the sole of your foot onto the ceiling and release down. Amazing. Inhale, lift up for me. Now we're going to change the position of our foot in just a moment. Good. But we've got 8 exactly as we are. So press strongly off the floor. Good. Well done, guys. Press all the way up and release down. Good. Let's do 2 more here. Lifting all the way up and release it down. Here's your last one. Lift up for me and release it down. Okay, we're going to stay working on this side and really begin to fire up those glute muscles. It's a big muscle group, especially in my case. It's a big muscle group, so we really want to get into that and get it working and firing up. So this time I want you to lift up for me and you're going to push your big toe up towards the ceiling. That's it. Now bring that knee across towards the opposite calf and then press up strongly. Good. So you're drawing the leg across and then you're pressing up strongly. You're looking forwards and down along the floor and there's nothing else moving within your body apart from that leg. And it's moving diagonally across you on an angle. Good. You've got a total of 8 here, so I reckon you've probably got a couple more. Good work, well done. Keep going for me. Amazing. Now, release it there for me. That same leg, you're going to extend out and then press your heel and pull back in. So we'll push out with pointed toes, press in, drawing the heel in. That's it. Lengthen strongly. and then drive that leg back in. Amazing. Pushing away, sliding it all the way in. Good. How are we doing? Can you start to feel those glutes firing up? I hope you can. You've got a total of 8 here, and I want you just to make sure that you're just moving the lower part of your leg. You're breathing deeply in through your nose, breathing wide and high for me, breathing out through your mouth, making sure your hips are square to the floor as if you've got headlights on your hips and they're beaming down towards the floor. Well done. Do me one more here, would you? Okay, now stay there for me. You can take a little breather. We're going to lift that leg up, and all I'd like you to do here is just take a little rotation. So I'm going to keep the leg high, but I'm going to take a little sweep. I'm going to bring it down in a circle, open, and press up. So I bring the knee down towards the floor, but it doesn't actually touch the floor before I circle. So I pull round, squeeze up. Good. So I'm imagining here that I've got a big marker pen between my big toe and my second toe, and I'm making a little circle up in the air. That's it, well done. Good job. So this one you should really feel deep on that outer part of your glutes. Well done, keep going for me. You're nearly there on this particular exercise. Again, we're doing a total of 8 here. So if you need to take a breather at any time, feel free to do so, and then you can join back in again. Good. Well done. Is this your last one? It probably is around about now your last one. If it is, you can take a breather. Okay, and now we're going to lengthen that leg. Now, this leg is going to tap across the outside of my body and then tap back towards me. So I'm coming across and then I'm coming wide. Now let me show you that on an angle so that you can see what my leg is doing. So I'm tapping it behind me. Oh, as I kick my sofa, that's helpful, isn't it? I'm tapping across and behind me and then out to the side. Okay, good. So again, I've still got my shoulders stacking over my wrists and that leg is nice and long away from me. Good work, guys. Keep going. You're doing it so well. This is really strong, powerful work for your glutes. You will thank me later. Good. Are we good? Still good? Still with me? I hope you are. You're very quiet today on the chat, which does worry me slightly. Good. Let's tap across again. Oh, I just hit my gonk. That's not something you thought you'd hear me say, is it? I've hit my gonk. Do it again for me, guys. You're doing so well. So well. Now, are you out Christmas shopping today? Have you done it all? Are you done? I'm done and wrapped. How annoying am I? I know. Do you hate me right now? Sorry. Let's do one more. Tap it across. And release. Okay, just take a little breather there. Come out of your wrists just for a moment and just take a breather. Now, do not fear. We're going to do the other side. But just to give your wrist a little bit of a break from all of that pressure being on it, we're going to flip over and do some work before we change and do the other side. Okay, so don't think, oh my goodness, she's forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I'm being nice to you. I know. See, Christmas spirit and all that. Okay, lie down on your backs. If you want to get your towel or your cushion, fold it and have it underneath your head. Feel free to do so. Let's lie down and rest strongly on the floor. So you're going to have your feet flat and your knees bent. Just settle down for me. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Amazing. Now, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees press outwards. Superb. Now, we're going to lift off the floor. So you're going to reach. You're going to start with your fingertips behind your ears. So I want you to think here first of all about just curling up. Okay, so I'm looking forwards in between my legs. My soles of my feet are together and my knees are pressing out. I'll show you this on an angle, don't worry. And you're going to reach one arm down to the side, come back to center. I'm reaching to the other side and I'm coming back to center, lowering back down to the floor. So we'll inhale, reach across, exhale, inhale, exhale, reach across again, and then slowly release back down. Perfect. So as I lift off, I'm lifting head and shoulders off the floor. And it's as if I've got pockets right down the outside of my legs and I'm reaching my hand into my pockets. So as I'm lying down, I've got the soles of my feet together and my knees are pressing out to the side. And I'm literally just reaching out to the side and coming back to center. Good work, guys, well done. You're gonna feel this in your obliques. So those are the muscles that run at the side of your main abdominal cavity. So hopefully you're feeling it there. Well done, let's keep it going, guys. You're doing so, so well. Perfect. Lift off for me, take that little slide and release. Coming back. Okay, now take a breather right there for me. Just go ahead and release your shoulders. Now this time we're going to reach both arms so that they're reaching down by our side. We're going to pull off again. You're going to slide to one side, coming back, and then slide the other side. Release and come back. Lower back down towards the floor. Rise again, peel off the floor. Now if this feels a bit too much for you, or if you feel as if you need that support of the hands behind the head, as we did a moment ago, please continue to work there and take that option if you feel that it works better for you. Well done, guys. You're doing so, so well. We've got a total of how many? 8. You've got it, a total of 8 here. So once you've done your 8, you can have a little breather and take a rest on the floor. I'm going to join you back in again now. Well done. So we're just sliding down towards the side, coming back through center. Reach nice and long as if you've got something in those pockets. Lower back down. Let the chest be nice and open. Inhale through your nose. Slide out briefly. Release. Slide the other way. Lower back down. How are we doing? Good? Can you do me one more? If you haven't done 8 yet, we'll make this one your last one because we're going to move on. Slide away. Come back to center. Slide away. Good. Release it back down. Bring your knees in. Release your shoulders. Okay. Are you ready to go back over onto all fours and work again? Okay. So let's stay facing that same direction, making sure that your shoulders are stacking over your wrists. If you want to put your towel or your cushion underneath the other knee now, feel free to do so. Wherever you are, just press strongly into the floor for me. Toenails are down on the floor. Let's inhale and float that left leg up. Exhale, release it back down. So press up strongly, squeezing the glutes. Good. And pull back down. Amazing. Rising. So on this exercise, I'm pressing the sole of my foot up towards the ceiling. Good work, well done. Rising again. Now as you lift that leg, I want you to really concentrate on making sure that your hips stay stacked towards the floor for me. Making sure your tummy stays pulled in and you're not twisting and falling over to the side. Well done, let's keep going here. Good. Is this your last one? I reckon it probably is. Nice work. Now, we're going to extend that leg out. So you're going to lengthen your leg, point your toes, flex your foot, pull that leg back in. Now, can you make sure here, team, that you're only moving the lower part of your leg? So your thigh is staying lifted and we're just extending and bending that leg. So we're keeping the lift and we're just lengthening and pulling that leg in. And you're going to feel this working in your glutes. Good work, well done. Keep going, guys. You're doing so, so well. Keep extending and then draw that leg in strongly. Amazing. Push out away from you and pull it back in. Good. You're nearly there. How are we doing? Still with me? Good job. Press away. Slide it back in. Perfect. Lengthen. And here's your last one. Okay, are you ready for that rotation? So we're going to drop, let the leg take a little circle and push up. That's it. So you're squeezing a little rotation and pushing that leg up. I rotate out, round, and push up. So again here, there's nothing else moving in my body apart from that leg that's taking the rotation. So you're not only working your glutes, you're also firing up your entire core, because what's happening is that those muscles in your core that, by the way, wrap all the way around you are all engaging to make sure that you don't fall over. So it's a really strong core move as well as really firing up your glutes. So you can just send me a thank you note. Just send it to me, it's fine. Well done, do it again. Nice work. Let's keep going, guys. You're so nearly there, I promise. Just rotating. Now, let's extend that leg out. It's gonna tap across the center line of your body and then tap all the way to the outside. That's it. So I'm tapping across and then tapping across the center of the body. So again, as I work here, hello! I can't see who that is, who's giving lots of love hearts. How are you? Press across, sliding. So you're bringing that leg over the center line of the body and driving across. Good, how are we doing? Good, still with me? Excellent job. So this move is a big sweeping move, bringing that leg from one side of your body right across the center line to the other side. You're nearly there, I promise. Doing so well, guys, today. We are firing in with things today. Good. Have you done 8 yet? If you've done 8, go and pop the kettle on. And I'll have a latte, thank you very much. Bring it over. Good. And release. Let's make this next one your last one, even if you haven't done 8. Make the next one your last one. Good job, well done, release it. Just come out of your wrists a moment, take a little breather, take a break. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna lie on our tummies and do some more really strong work. We're gonna also engage our glutes in this next section as well. So you're gonna be lying down on the floor for me. Ready to go? So if you want to grab your towel or your cushion, grab that now, have it underneath your head if you want to. And we're gonna be lying today with legs pushing away from us, and your legs are framing your mat today. So they're not hanging in line with your hips, they're slightly wider and lengthening away from you. Hands are resting just by your side and your forehead is dropping downwards towards the floor. So I'd like you to glue your head down to the floor. I'm obviously not going to glue my head because then you can't hear what I'm saying, which kind of defeats the object. Okay, let's begin by making sure that we've got ribs, navel, hips all in contact with the floor. Inhale for me and just peel off the floor. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, release back down. Lovely job. Inhale again. So as you rise, fire up those glutes, squeeze them, and then release back down. Good job, guys. Keep going for me. Inhale, peel off. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, release back down. Beautiful. One more. Lift off for me, and lower back down. Let's bend the legs. Bring your heels together. That's it. And this time as you lift off, you're going to also lift your legs off the floor. Lower back down. Inhale, rise again, squeezing the legs. Exhale, lower everything back down. Good. So your heels are together and your heels are pulling in with your feet pushing out to the side. Well done. Keep going for me, guys. You're doing so well. Let's keep going. Good. Squeezing and pressing off the floor. Perfect. Release, lower back down. Let's do that again. Press off the floor. Squeeze and push. Okay, now let your legs just release away from you. And this time you're going to bring your arms all the way overhead. So you're reaching the arms long away from you. I hope you can see that in this camera angle. And you're lengthening your legs. Now your legs are still framing your mat. You're going to lift off the floor for me, lifting both legs off the floor at the same time. Now reach your arms, open out to the side, reach all the way overhead and lower back down. So we inhale, lift off. Exhale, open wide as if you're looking like the letter T, but your head's looking down. Inhale, reach arms back overhead. Exhale, lower down. So you're kind of like a torpedo. As you lift off, you'll reach the arms, then you'll open nice and wide, reach all the way back and you'll lower back down. So as you're lifting, you're still hopefully feeling your ribs, your navel, hip bones, pubic bones on the floor, but you're lifting and squeezing those legs off for me nice and strongly. Amazing, well done. Let's do it again. Good. Nearly there with this one, and we're gonna move on. Good work, guys. Still such strong work. Keep going. Take a breather if you need to, and if that feels too much for you, lifting both off at the same time, go ahead and just lift the upper body and leave the legs down on the floor. And you can always build up to adding that leg part on at a later stage if you're watching this on replay or something. I know lots of you watch these on replay, don't you? Well done, keep going for me. Let's do a couple more here, team. You're doing so well. Good job. And release it down. Okay, just take a break right there for me. Now, for this next exercise, you're going to bring your hands back so that they're bent at 90 degrees. And we're going to come into our swan dive prep. So again, you're pushing off the floor and you're just peeling away. So we start and finish here, and we're going to make this slightly more challenging if you want to by pushing right off the floor. So you're pulling up for me and then you're slowly lowering back down. So really classical Pilates move, this one. Inhale, press off the floor, let the shoulders release, squeeze the butt. Exhale, peel back down. So what this feels like is that I'm peeling the top off a yogurt pot, having a look, and then deciding I don't like rhubarb, it's the wrong one in yogurt flavours, and I'm putting the lid back down and pretending I never opened it. Rise again, lift off. Good. Lower back down. Now, let's add a little bit more of a challenge onto this move. Lift off for me, lift both legs. Good. Now, bring your heels together, click it once, twice, lengthen your legs down and lower back down. Say what? Should we do that again? Peel off the floor into that full squeezing swan lift, then lift your legs, heels click, 1, 2, legs go long, peel back down. Good job. Rise again, pressing the hands into the floor. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, if it feels too challenging, you can leave that leg click out altogether, and if you prefer, you can just stay in that little swan dive prep rather than coming all the way up. So we're going to want you to think and kind of be a little bit thoughtful about what's working for you today, and if what I'm showing you doesn't work for you, go with the first part of the move before I start adding little twiddly bits onto it. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Rise again, pressing strongly off the floor. Little heel clicks, 1, 2. Lengthen your legs. Those legs are framing your mat. Lower back down. Good. So this is really nice mobility work for your spine. And then we're also here squeezing and working hamstrings and your glutes as we lower back down. Nice work. Let's do another one here. Press up strongly. Those legs lift, little click, let them float. Good. And release back down. Nice work. Just let your shoulders release for me. And this time we're going to work with the arms reaching all the way overhead again. Now bring your legs back in line with your hips. So we're now not working with the feet framing the mat. They're working just hanging away from you. Good. Now you're going to reach off the floor for me, and you're going to lengthen your arms, reaching forward. So your palms are facing down. And you're going to just begin by kicking your feet. That's it. And then slowly you're just going to tap right hand and left hand, alternating. So I'm just lengthening here. I feel a little bit like a torpedo along the floor. So you're really long, right down your mat. You're paddling your arms as if you're swimming, and your feet are lifting and kicking. Good. Really strong work again here. So think here, rather about lifting in height, about lengthening. Imagine I'm in your room with you, scary thought, I know, and I'm pulling on your fingertips, and my evil twin is standing at the other end of you, and they're pulling your big toes. So we're really lengthening you along your mat. Good. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Which film? You've got to guess the film. Keep drawing for me, lengthening away. Nice. You've got 4 more here and we're done on this exercise. Good work. Amazing. 2 more and release. Well done. Come on up for me. Okay, roll over Beethoven. Let's have a seat. And we're going to come into our half roll back prep now. So for this exercise, you've got yourself sitting on your bottom. If you want to put something underneath your bottom to make sure that your hips are nice and level, feel free to do so. You've got your knees resting in line with your hips. And let me show you front ways on. So my legs are not glued together here. They're resting in line with my hips. My knee is lining up with that second toe and my heels are lining up with my sit bones. Good, makes sense? Excellent. Okay, now we're going to come to a half roll back. So I want you here first of all to think about not hunching, about letting your shoulders release down away from your ears. So we've got that lovely length. Your ears and your shoulders, remember, are not friends. They don't like each other, so keep them far away from each other. Press your feet strongly down into the floor for me, and I'd like you just to take a half roll back. So I'm drawing my belly button in and I'm pressing back. Nice. Now we're going to lift the arms. Right arm lifts, then the left, then the right, then the left. We release and press up. Okay, so we're going to come to half roll back, do 4 single arm raises, and then we'll reset to that start position. Are we ready to go? Push your feet strongly into the floor. Slide back for me, so you're drawing the belly button in. Right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. Release, reset. Try it again. So you slide back. Now it's as if as you slide back that someone has punched you in the stomach with love, obviously. We don't do aggression. So you're drawing in, so you're really engaging and drawing in there for me, making sure that your spine stays nice and long. Now, if that feels too much for you, lifting those arms, what I'd like you to stay with, if it feels better, is just coming into that half roll back and then pressing back up again, okay? So if it feels like it's just too much for you today to add those single arm raises, you don't have to do it. It's all good. You take this at your own pace and you can always add the arms back in the next time that you do this, this workout. Good. So remember about practicing Pilates is all about just knowing where your limitations are and what works for you. So maybe some of these exercises feel fine for you, and some of them you need to take some of the slight different modifications for. Good work. Let's do it again. Sliding back. Lengthen. Nice. So you're really reaching strongly away. That's it. Release and then slide back up. Good. Can you do me another 3 here? So we've done a total of 8 on this. Well done. Keep going. You're doing so well, by the way. Good job. Amazing. So what are you guys up to the rest of today? I've got my hair appointment. Come on. So exciting. Release. It's a good job you can't see close up how very grey my roots are. Release. Press back up. Perfect. Slide back for me. Lengthen the arm. Release. Good. Now, the next one is going to be your last one, and we're going to move on slightly and do just a little tweak and a variation on this move. Good job. Okay, release it. Just have a break for a second. Just have a breather. You can roll forwards. Just slide, let the head release. And we're going to stay in that half roll back position. I'm just going to do just a slightly different modification on it for you. So this time, as you slide back, still in that half roll back position, you're going to open your right arm. Come back to center with it. Open your left arm. Come back to center and then reset. Should we try that together? So again, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can just stay with that half roll back, okay? Slide back. Open the right arm and then push it back forwards again. Good. Open the left arm. Let your head follow as you open the arm. Bring it back and then slide back up. Push your feet strongly into the floor and make sure you've got that lovely long spine. Your chest is open, shoulders away from ears. Good. We're doing a total of 8 here. That's it, well done, keep going. And this, by the way, is going to be your last set today. We've got a nice stretch coming up. Yippee! Good, well done. So make these last few your best. Okay, give me everything you've got and let's keep it driving right till the end here, team. You're doing so well today. I know it's a really busy time of year, so thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. Press up. Well done, do it again. Slide it back. Open up, pull on back, good. Nice. Let's do a couple more here, guys. You're doing so well. So well, so well, good. Are you making sure that you're keeping nice and lifted up through your spine, nicely lifted up through your spine, I should say. What's nice and lifted? What does that even mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Push away. Go again, last one. Open up, squeeze, press on back, reach the other way, press up and release. Let your shoulders just release. Good work. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together and just softly release there. Relax your shoulders down. Just let everything soften. We're just going to take a very quick stretch and I will allow you to get on with the rest of your day. I'll allow you. How nice is that? Release and stay there. Good. Well done, guys. Rise and lift up for me. Let's turn to face front. You're going to bring your right leg down onto the floor and lift your left leg up and cross over with your sit bones pressing down into the floor. So if this doesn't feel great for you, please feel free to extend that right leg away so that you're flexing your foot and pushing strongly, and we're still going to get a really nice release in our lower back. So wherever your legs are, you're going to bring your right arm and hug in your left knee, left hand under your shoulder, press off the floor and take a little twist. Looking over your shoulder, and I want you here to think about lifting up through your spine as if you've got a balloon on the top of your head and it's lengthening you. Good, well done, stay there. Release, nice job. And let's just change legs. So bring that left leg on the floor, right leg lifts up and crosses over, and then again, glue your sit bones down into the floor. So they're really drawing in and they're strong. Left arm hugs in, right hand under the shoulder, press down towards the floor, and take a little twist. Staying right there for me. Good work, release. Just take a shoulder shrug. Okay, we're going to come into child's pose here. So you're going to bring your big toes together and let your knees fall out to the side and let your bottom fall towards your heels so that your forehead is down towards the floor. You're reaching your arms away from you and you're going to bring your left arm and thread it underneath you, so you're taking just a little twist. Reaching and crawling those fingertips away, feeling that really nice release right through your shoulders. Good. Let's change direction. So sit yourself back and bring your right arm and thread it through. So you're looking all the way through there, letting the side of the head rest to the floor. Good job. Release. This is where you decide whether you need to hoover your carpet today, isn't it, when you're down on the floor? Do you do that as well? Do you lie here thinking, need to hoover? Press strongly, stay right there, spread your fingers, and then push yourself back up. And let's end as we began today, coming into that cat and cow pose. So toenails down on the floor, roll yourself into a really big cat stretch for me, bringing the chin to the chest, exhale, press on through, lifting your head. Nice job. Roll again, chin towards your chest. Exhale, press on through. Lovely work. Let's do one more here. Roll and rise, come all the way through. And release it down. Superb. Release, have a seat to face me. Well done. Just sit comfortably, relax your shoulders. Take a nice big breath in. Let the arms open and release. Take a slide over to the left side, reach your right arm overhead. Release, come back through center. Other arm lifts all the way overhead, and then we just slide on over. Good. Release. Give your shoulders a little shrug. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a fabulous weekend, whatever it is you're doing. Stay safe. I hope you had a great week, and I'll see you next week and we'll do it all over again. Well done, guys. Much love. Well done, guys.